Hello students, today we will start the new topic and the first topic of our grammar, that is tenses. Tenses is one of the most important topic of our grammar, and I think every student have learned tenses in their previous class. So it is also in the syllabus of plus one, and we will continue with the introduction to tenses. So what are tenses? Tense means time. Tense means time. In Hindi it is called call. Now the question arises, which time? Time of action. In a particular sentence there is a verb, the action word. So the verb, if tells about the time, or the action words which tells about the time, they are called the tenses. There is also another point, that is state of action, because the verb of a tense not only tell about the time, but it also state about the state of the action. How? Suppose we are saying that there are three times. One is present, another is past, another is future. There are three times: present, past and future. In the same way, every time has also four states. First is indefinite or simple state. It means the particular state that doesn't tell anything, that is called indefinite state. The second state, that is continuous or progressive. It means in the action, if the state of the action is progressive, or that is continually going on, that is called continuous state. And if the action is complete or finished, it means the state of action is perfect. And the fourth one, if the action which begins some time before and still it is going on, it means the state of action is perfect continuous. So there are four state of action, three type of sentences. So tense not only tell about time of action, that is only time of action, also tell about the state of action. एक पर्टिकुलर सेंटेंस है, उसकी केवल टाइम के बारे में ही नहीं, बल्कि स्टेट, उसकी अवस्था के बारे में बता रहा है कि दैट हाउ इट गोस, इट इज द स्टेट, इट इज कंप्लीटेड, action is completed, action doesn't tell anything, it is progressive, or it is in progress even after completion. So these are the four states of action. One is indefinite, another is continuous, third is perfect, and fourth is perfect continuous. And there are three times. So according to three times, we divide tense into three different types. One is present tense, another is past tense, and third is future tense. And according to state, we divide tense into four types. One is indefinite type, another is continuous, third is perfect, and fourth is perfect continuous. And these four state of action are included with all the three times, that's present, past and future. So in that way, all three tenses, present tense, past tense and future tense, have four state of action. It means they have also four subtype. It means each tense have four subtype also. So in total there are 12 tenses: present, past and future. All the three tenses are having four different states of action, that is indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. So in simple words, we can say that a tense of a verb shows not only the time of an action, but also state of an action. So in other words, we may also say that tense is the form of a verb which shows the time at which an event occurs. So first is time, shows the time at which an event occurs. First is time of action. Another, and the degree of a completeness or incompleteness of the event. It means the state of action, degree of action. It is complete, it is in progress, it is in indefinite situation, it is in progress even after completion. So this is the degree of a completeness, and this also shows the time of the action at which the event occurs. So tense is the form of verb which shows the time एट विच एन इवेंट ऑकर्स, वो टाइम जिसके ऊपर इवेंट हो रहा है, साथ में उसकी डिग्री ऑफ कंप्लीटनेस कितना हो रहा है, वो प्रोग्रेस में है, कंप्लीट है, इंडेफिनेट है, डेफिनेट है. सो टेंस मीन्स नॉट ओनली टाइम, it also having state, time plus state of action, time for plus state of action. This is tense. So we have three types of tenses having for subdivision of each tense. We have already discussed three tenses: present, past and future, present, past and future, and four different subdivisions. First, indefinite, second, continuous, third, perfect, and fourth one is perfect plus continuous, that is perfect continuous. Now this is the simple sentence structure of a tense, that is subject plus a helping verb plus a verb plus object. This is the simple sentence structure. This is the students, this is the topic which is the base of English and you must learn, and those students who have not learned this particular topic till now, even after completing their 10th class, they must learn the topic because it is most important topic, even not only for the exam point of view but also that is important for the life point of view, that will be handy for all our life. So you must learn it, and it is more important because the students will not learn this topic in their next classes. As in plus one, it is also with tense is also with different other topics, voice, determiners and clauses, modals, but in plus 2 there is no topic of grammar. So it is the last time that you are learning this particular topic, so you must revise it, you must learn it. Those who have already learned, they also must revise, might they can also learn some more points. So now we are taking a verb, a particular verb, right, that how a tense chart changes the right verb according to different type of tense. You can also make such a chart. Suppose the tense are simple, that is indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous, and as we are taking verb right, present, past and also future. So in simple future it is right or writes, in negative do not or does not, in past it is second form, that is first form plus s or es, in past it is wrote, that is second form, and in negative did not and did not plus first form of verb. Here also do not plus or does not plus first form of verb. We will also learn in detail the sentence structures. It's only a chart to remember. Shall will plus first form of verb, that is right, shall will plus not plus verb, first form of verb. So that's the way in present, past and future indefinite. In continuous, is mr plus ing form, that is writing here, is m negative, is mr plus not, and was were plus writing. Past continuous. In future continuous, shall will plus be plus writing. In negative, not, and not is used always after the first verb. In perfect, has, have, written, the third form, has, have are the main helping verbs, and after that third form of verb. In perfect continuous only had and with had also written, third form of verb. In negative only not. In perfect, that is future perfect, shall will plus have plus written. In negative, shall will not plus have, it means not will come after the first main verb. In perfect continuous, has have plus been plus ing form, that is writing, had been plus writing only had, shall will plus have been plus writing or ing form. In negative, shall will, because only the first helping verb will be taken before not, after that not have been. And in also present perfect continuous, has have plus not after that being. So this is only a chart I have made to learn those who have not learned earlier. We will also learn in detail in the next part, one by one, in all tenses. What is the sentence structure of all tenses? In affirmative, subject helping plus helping verb plus object. In negative, it's subject plus helping verb plus not plus verb plus object. In interrogative, helping verb comes first, after that subject, after that verb, after that object, and after that question mark. In interrogative, helping verb, subject, and not will come just after subject, after that verb plus object, and after that question mark. So this is general sentence structure for all tenses. Now we will discuss all the tenses one by one. Once again, reminding you, those who have not learned tenses earlier, they must learn tenses. So the first tense is simple present tense or present indefinite tense. Firstly, sentence formation. Sentence formation, firstly we will talk about affirmative. In affirmative of simple present, we take first subject, after that first form of verb, after that s or es. It is optional. There are rules and regulations where we should use first form of verb or first form of verb plus s or es plus object. In interrogative, there are two tenses where there is no helping verb in affirmative. One is simple present tense and another is simple past tense. There are helping verbs in simple present tense. Helping verb is do and does, and in past it is did. So these are helping verbs, but they are they don't be used. They are not used in affirmative case. They are only used in negative or interrogative cases. Next, so we are talking about negative. In negative, subject plus do, does and not. Do, does plus not जब use कर रहे हैं, we should only use first form of verb. You must remember it. Next, in interrogative, we use do, does plus subject plus first form of verb plus object plus question mark. In interrogative plus negative, do, does plus subject plus not and plus first form of verb plus object plus question. So wherever we are using do and does, either it is negative, either it is interrogative, or interrogative plus negative, we must use only first form of verb. That must be remembered. Now, rules related to first form of verb or first form of verb plus SEIS and do or does. वो कौन सी रूल है जिससे हमें पता चले कि ओनली वी हैव टू यूज फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब और फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब विद एस और एस. किसके साथ हम फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब यूज़ करें, किसके साथ एस और एस यूज़ करें, किस में हम डू यूज़ करें और किस में डज यूज़ करें इन नेगेटिव एंड इंटरोगेटिव. सो द फर्स्ट रूल इज व्हेन सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द टेंस इज सिंगुलर. जब सब्जेक्ट है टेंस का वो सिंगुलर है, वी यूज फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब एंड एस या एस इन अफर्मेटिव केस. अफर्मेटिव केस के अंदर जब सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट है हम एस या एस फॉर्म की फर्स्ट फॉर्म के साथ लगाएंगे. लाइक ही राइट्स अ लेटर, दे राइट अ लेटर, दैट इज यूज्ड एज प्लूरल. सो इट इज यूज ऑफ प्लूरल. इन सिंगुलर we will use SOS. In plural we will use without SUS or only first form of verb. Now, which singular subjects? These are singular subjects include he, she, it. These are the pronouns, and all names and singular subjects. कोई भी singular subject है pronouns में हम include करेंगे he, she, it. और जितने भी singular subjects हैं जो single हैं, they are counted single. With them we will use in affirmative sentences first form of verb plus s or es. In a negative we use does not plus first form of verb, like he does not write a letter. When does not comes, only we use first form of verb. Next, when subject of the tense is plural, but when the subject of the tense is plural instead of singular. जब singular था तो हम verb की first form के साथ s या es लगा रहे थे, but if it is plural we use only first form of verb. केवल first form of verb use करेंगे. first form of verb in affirmative case. affirmative के अंदर हम first form of verb use करेंगे, like children play. In negative we use do not. Children do not play in negative. Plural subject कौन कौन से हैं? We, you, they. Also include I here. I is also used as plural in present indefinite. I के साथ में हम क्या यूज करते हैं? Only first form of verb, or in negative that is do not. So I should also be included in pronouns related to plural. In negative sentence we use do not plus first form of verb, like children do not play, we have already discussed. I do not write, I should also be included in plural. So I, you, either they are single, you is used as singular, or plural, that is used as plural in this tense. Now we'll discuss about spelling rules. So what about the spelling rules? Spelling, when we are going to change first form into s or es, मतलब वर्ब की फर्स्ट फॉर्म को जब हम प्लस में जब सिंगुलर आएगा उसके साथ हम s लगाएं या es लगाएं, दैट्स द क्वेश्चन. सो वेयर टू यूज s and where to use es. So add es to the first form of verb if it ends in ch, double s, sh, o, x. अगर वो वर्ब है वो उसके पीछे लास्ट लेटर्स है, सी एच है, डबल एस है, एस एच है, ओ है, एक्स है, देन वी मस्ट यूज ई एस, फर्स्ट फॉर्म प्लस ई एस, लाइक टीचेस, रसेस, गोज, फिक्सेस, पासेस, लाइक दैट. सेकेंड स्पेलिंग रूल इज इफ वर्ब एंड्स इन वाई एंड देर इज ए कॉन्सोनेंट बिफोर वाई. वर्ब है वो एंड कर रही है वाई में, उससे ठीक पहले एक कॉन्सोनेंट है, वाई should be changed into es, I-E-S. Y should be changed into I and it is es should be added, like cry, cries, try, tries. But if before Y there is a vowel like a pray, before Y a vowel is there, then we should not change it into anything but only add us. केवल आपको s ऐड करना है. अगर y से पहले वाउल है, वाउल से या y से पहले कॉन्सोनेंट है, आप उसको IES में चेंज कर देंगे. नेक्स्ट है टू ऑल अदर वर्ब्स ऐड ओनली s. इसके अलावा जितने भी वर्ब्स हैं उनके साथ आपको s ऐड करना है, सिट्स, राइट, स्पीक और एनी अदर वर्ब. नाउ द यूजेस, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट यूजेस, which adverbs should be used? If these adverbs you find, most probably that tense will be present. If you find a blank and there is such type of adverbs are used, most probably, I don't say that 100%, but most probably the tense will be present indefinite. The simple present tense is usually used, usually, prior, often used with these adverbs. Always, often, frequently, generally, usually, sometimes, every day, every week, every month, daily, once a week, once a month, like that. Now the uses of simple present tense. So what are the uses of simple present tense? We will discuss about them. First, to express a habitual action. जब भी आप कोई habitual action express करने जा रहे हैं, then I go to temple every day, I go to exercise yard every day, कोई आपकी हैबिट बता रहे हैं, एट दैट टाइम यू विल हैव टू यूज सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस। सेकंड वन, टू एक्सप्रेस अ यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ, जब आप एक यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ बता रहे हैं, लाइक द अर्थ मूव्स अराउंड द सन राइजेस फ्रॉम द ईस्ट। So if you are explaining a universal truth, then you will have to also use present indefinite tense. Third, to express a situation that is permanent, एक ऐसी situation जो कि permanent है, like my house faces north, कि आपका house north face के ऊपर है, it means it's permanent, it will not change. To express a fact, कोई fact है वो आप बता रहे हैं, like the Taj stands on the bank of Yamuna, something like the situation that is permanent. नेक्स्ट वन, टू एक्सप्रेस एन एक्शन विच मस्ट हैपन इन फ्यूचर, कोई ऐसा एक्शन है जो कि फ्यूचर के अंदर होने ही वाला है, मस्ट है, वो होगा ही। हिज बर्थडे फॉल्स ऑन 13th जुलाई, माई बर्थडे फॉल्स ऑन 1st अगस्त, लाइक दैट। नेक्स्ट, टू एक्सप्रेस सबऑर्डिनेट क्लोज व्हेन द मेन क्लोज रेफर्स टू द फ्यूचर, सबऑर्डिनेट क्लोज को आप बताएंगे जब मेन क्लोज है वो रेफर करता है फ्यूचर को, लाइक इफ यू कम, we shall be happy. So this is main clause, and subordinate clause having the subordinate conjunction, so it tell about the simple future. If it is giving about simple future, then here we will use the first form of verb or SOS, that is present tense. We also have some more uses, like we always use first form of verb or the present tense in imperative sentences, in commentary, when we are giving commentary. So such type of uses are also, but these are some important uses, you must learn them. And after that I have also written a short exercise like birds. So birds, with birds, because it is plural, we should use only fly. He often, here often word has been used, so present indefinite tense, and he, because it is singular, we will use forgets. Next, the milkman not come here twice a day, so twice a day, it means present indefinite tense. So milkman is a singular, so he doesn't come. The next, the Ganga from the Himalayas, because it is always rise from Himalayas, universal fact, so rises, because Ganga is singular. Next, if it, we shall कैंसिल द मैच, यानी बारिश होती है तो हम मैच को कैंसिल करेंगे, वी सेल, इट इज़ फ्यूचर, इफ सिंपल फ्यूचर कम्स देन वी ऑलवेज यूज present indefinite, because it is singular we will use rains. So in this way you will have to do present indefinite tense. We will continue in the next video, in the next